that was the start of it, but you can get kind of subscriptions to music and video, Audible books, Kindle libraries. You've got households. It's grown. It's all about this adding value to the customer. But you also want to have high velocity decision making. And Prime for us, one of the best examples of how quickly sometimes you need to make a decision was last year. Puerto Rico was hit by a devastating hurricane. And one of the things we've been investing in Amazon on the logistics side is our own aircraft. We obviously ship a lot of products between fulfillment centres, and so we repurposed our planes to fly in essential supplies to Puerto Rico. We just made that decision. And as a result, we're able to get supplies into Puerto Rico faster than most of the aid agencies. And so it's a great example of just that high velocity decision making. You don't need to go through layers of management to get approvals. If you think it's the right thing to do, let's just do it. How do we do that? Some of this is all encapsulated within the Amazon leadership principles. I'm not going to go through them because there's 14 of them. But if you search them online, just search for Amazon leadership principles, one way to look at them is the very first leadership principle is customer obsession. And the very last leadership principle is deliver results. And there's another 12 in between. And the way we think about it is if you always start with the customer and we work backwards from there, you will end up delivering the result. Which is back to front how I hear a lot of customers talking about when I talk to them. It's all about they want to deliver the result first. By the way, that language, it sounds like we need to make this much profit. Or I want to get 40% market share. That's the delivering the result. When you start from there, you're not thinking about the customer. And so that's a way to think about what this true customer obsession starts with. We call it the working backwards process. We start off with defining a customer problem. We'll capture that as part of a press release. At no point does it actually talk about what the solution is or how we're going to implement it or what the benefit to Amazon itself is. It's all about you as a customer. So Prime has been massively successful. Can't wait for it when it comes to Australia. Amazon Marketplace is another example. Russ talked about Z-shops and auctions. Our first two attempts over 15 years ago. We learnt a lot from those not being as successful as we wanted. And that led to the evolution and the launch of the Amazon Marketplace, which is where we open up the fulfillment centers and our logistics capability to third parties to sell their products. Now, I like the photo that Russ had of the camera because in some ways we've opened ourselves up to competition from the third parties. Why would you do that? Because it's true customer obsession. We are serious about giving our customers the best choice, the best price possible. Even if that means we don't make the sale ourselves. We're still going to go through the logistics platforms. It's also about the resisting proxies. Now, there's a couple of different types of proxies. Russell, we already talked about that direct connection to a customer. But another really common proxy in organizations is data. We all love making data-based decisions, but data can become a proxy if you're not measuring the right thing. For example, if you're running an online website, e-commerce, you may be looking at A/B testing results and saying we're getting more customer engagement, the page is loading faster, everything looks good, therefore let's keep going with decisions because the data is telling us it's good. It doesn't matter if the customer's not happy with it though. And so sometimes data itself can become a proxy. This is why it's so important to stay connected directly to the customer and take out that middle layer as much as you can. You see this in product development a lot, where sometimes the process of innovation, by the way, the definition of innovation I like to use, is change that improves, which is different sometimes to invention. You need invention, but invention doesn't always lead to innovation. Innovation is the result of invention as it comes through. So there's a lot of innovation occurring around Marketplace. What I really love is if you look at some of the stats in America, some of the research shows that there's actually 600,000 jobs created in that third-party ecosystem by smaller companies being able to sell their products and focus on their product, their market, without having to worry about the logistics of shipping product and dealing with returns, etc. And so as this comes to Australia, it's going to be really exciting to see what that means for Australia, which we do have a really healthy small business economy. And we've got, as I mentioned, Xero is actually going to talk a little bit about their passion for small business after the break. Well, what about external tailwinds? Amazon Studios. So we've got Amazon Video, which does the video distribution, if you're a Prime member. And we have Amazon Studios, which does original content. One of the things I like about this, anyone see Manchester by the Sea, by the way? Yeah, a couple of you. Won 3 Oscars, which is actually the first time an internet streaming service was nominated for Best Picture and won some awards for it. It's fantastic. But what I really like about Amazon Studios is we don't really know who the customer is sometimes in terms of what you want to watch. So what if we crowdsource script ideas from everybody? And this is a complete turnaround where if any of you have, a story or an idea, whether it be comic, TV show, movie, you can submit that and work with Amazon Studios, which may end up being turned into a movie or a TV show. Now, trying to do that in the traditional way with big Hollywood studios is pretty hard to do. But being able to crowdsource it, we think is going to be a really innovative new way of producing original content. And this is one of the big disruptions. I mean, Netflix has been leading this charge with internet-based delivery and disrupting cable companies. That's been great from a delivery point of view, but one of the most exciting things in the media industry is this original content and just the breadth of original new content coming out. So this is going to be exciting to see how it goes. We have Amazon Go, which again is customer obsession and external tailwinds. The tailwind we're embracing here is of artificial intelligence. How can we use video, artificial intelligence, IoT, and combine all of this to change the consumer experience? Now, I've had the chance to use the Seattle store. Ross, as an Australian going in, I did feel like I was shoplifting in there. I actually put things in my bag, and there was a security guard at the front, and I kind of went up to him because I felt a little guilty, and I showed him what was in my bag, and he kind of looked at me strange and said, "Yeah, that's okay, out you go." And so I got really used to it. It felt awkward because it is actually something I've been really trained to do, right? Is going through a checkout experience. And so as I use this, and it's great for lunch because lunch is a pretty compressed time window, so being able to get in and out really quickly was really nice, kind of like doing a micro purchase. So I got used to the Go store. I then made the mistake of going to another store. It didn't go so well. But these things change. But to give you an idea of what it's like to actually be inside an Amazon Go store, I've got a little video that shows you the experience. Let's roll the video.
4 years ago, we started to wonder, what would shopping look like if you could walk into a store, grab what you want, and just go? What if we could weave the most advanced machine learning, computer vision, and AI into the very fabric of a store, so you never have to wait in line? No lines, no checkouts, no registers. Welcome to Amazon Go. Use the Amazon Go app to enter. Then put away your phone and start shopping. It's really that simple. Take whatever you like. Anything you pick up is automatically added to your virtual cart. If you change your mind about that cupcake, just put it back. Our technology will update your virtual cart automatically. So, how does it work? We used computer vision, deep learning algorithms, and sensor fusion, much like you'd find in self-driving cars. We call it Just Walk Out technology. Once you've got everything you want, you can just go. When you leave, our Just Walk Out technology adds up your virtual cart and charges your Amazon account. Your receipt is sent straight to the app, and you can keep going. Amazon Go. No lines, no checkout. No, seriously.
Awesome. So if you're ever in Seattle, which is where the Go store is, I encourage you to go and check it out and have a look. I think there's actually queues to get into the store where there's no queues to get out. It's kind of interesting. But Amazon Go, it's really, really great technology. Those of you that know the AWS platform, Kinesis video streams, based on technology used out of the go. Just showing some of that cross-innovation there around how the cameras, as they do their facial recognition to track which products you're pulling off the shelves, how it works. So, we talked about this true customer obsession and this working backwards. This afternoon, after we have lunch, there's actually the opportunity there's 2 workshops running, which is actually kind of hands-on experience with the working backwards process, where you actually are going to have a workbook and some staff from Amazon will actually lead you through how to capture a customer problem and write a press release. It's actually more difficult to do than you might think, to truly think about a customer, because we often will think about, oh, we're going to make money out of this, it's going to be, it's better for us. You've got to strip all that out and purely be about the customer. So the details are in your booklets, or if you see it in the Amazon staff, they'll be more than happy to give you further details on how to get into those sessions later this afternoon. Now, with everything that we're talking about, just want to say, we're just sharing what worked for Amazon. And some of these